poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses!
He did?
No, but are we just gonna wait around until he does?
Alright, here we go. I'm Blacked Out Reviews, and this is my review of Knuckles the TV show. Now, I know, I'm late to the party, but I've been busy studying with college finals and all that stuff, and I finally want to get into this, because originally, I didn't even want to, make a review of this in general, but the fan reaction, oh my god, it was just so bad. People were calling this, the worst Sonic product of all time, and I'm like, guys, can we be real for a minute? Sonic has had worse outings than this.
Studios should stop recycling the same tired old properties and make something original for once.
You can't hurt my feelings if I'm in on the joke.
And the thing is, it's so weird because, I think when it comes to just Sonic in general with the movies I generally like the movies. I think they're fine as their own thing. I really like 2. 2 is a really good movie in my opinion. But I think what the problem people have is that it's not Sonic enough for them. They don't have the full iconography as they wanted. And my thing is like this. I treat the Sonic movies as I did whenever Sonic Boom, was coming out, to where it's its own thing. It's doing its own thing in it, and it's good at what it does, what it wants to do. Not everything could be just like the games to where you expect it to be what you want. You know what I mean? This is meant for a different audience, and yeah, sure, it has the characters, but it's its own thing, so I think we need to relax on this. And plus, this is a Paramount Plus TV show. Did you guys really expect them to have, Rouge the Bat or, Angel Island? I mean, guys, can we be real?
Now look what he is!
No problem. I'll make him eat dirt.
I eat dirt.
But in general, whenever I watch this show, speaking of, I definitely for sure watch this show on Paramount Plus. Come on, do you really think I would stoop down to a level such as other means of watching this show?
We are pirates! We don't even know what that means!
I like episode 1 and 2, and I think that's mainly because it has a good balance of both Knuckles and Wade, because I'm going to get into Wade in a minute. But I really like the fact that it has, the aftermath of Sonic 2, getting to see, how Knuckles is, adjusting to life, being the fact that he found the Master Emerald, did everything, he's just, still, in warrior mode. And I really like that, because I really like Knuckles in this show. He has, this warrior, stoic vibe to him, and pairing up with Wade, just makes it very comedic and all that stuff. But people were like, we need to keep it to the source material. We need to keep Knuckles in this show. And I'm like, guys, this is Paramount Plus. Do you really think they have the budget to keep him, in full CGI glory like that? And people go oh, should we keep the CGI, at movie level, or just have lesser quality and have, Knuckles all the time? Now, I don't know, because, I like the fact that they have, movie quality. Same reason why I like, all the Marvel and Disney, okay, not, entirely. There's some bad stuff there. But the point is, I appreciate what they did with this. And it's not great. I can admit that. It's a little bit cheesy. It's a little bit goofy. But you know what? I don't know. I think it's fine with that. And going into that with goofy and silliness, we have Wade Whipple. Everyone's, least favorite character now. Now, personally, when it comes to the movies, Wade isn't exactly my favorite character. I mean, he's fine. He does what he needs to do. I kind of forget he's in the movies, but in this movie, he's eh. I mean, he's kind of funny. Yeah, I feel like he's just the goofy character. I mean, it's weird because he's the most if we're talking about in the Sonic movies, he's by far the most expanded upon. He has the most backstory. He has more backstory than Tom. How does that sound?
Meow?
And the thing is I kind of like, his dynamic with him wanting to bowl and being, abandoned by his dad. I like, getting to see his family and all that stuff. I mean, that's whenever the show like starts becoming less of a Knuckles show, more of a Wade show. Because like once we get to his mom's house, it kind of just becomes Wade's TV show at that point. Like Knuckles is there just to remind the people that it's his show. And I mean, like, it's not entirely bad. I mean, like, his sister's like actually annoying. Like, I couldn't even stand her. And his mom, the whole joke for his mom is that she's Jewish. Like, what?
Oh, Knuckles? Tell me about your family.
My people were killed by a race of giant owls.
Owls? Our tribe has been through some tough times, too. Minus the giant owls. He's basically Jewish.
Everyone gets the same size desk, little Hitler.
Little Hitler, such a scare.
I don't know. I just feel like, you know, after we get to his mom's house, it kind of just like doesn't take like a nosedive, but I could start to see that they weren't entirely focused on making it about Knuckles, if that makes sense. Although I will say, I think that gets too much hate is episode 4, because in episode 4, Knuckles isn't even like in the show. He's just kind of gone. And instead, we have like a rock opera of like Knuckles' like backstory told by Wade with like puppets and all these like practical sets. And I thought that was like one of my favorite episodes besides the first 2. I mean, like, they actually were doing something different, and people were hating on it just because Knuckles wasn't in the show. And I'm like, just because he isn't in the show doesn't make it good. Like, I'm sorry, but like, just because he's in a show longer doesn't make it better. You know what I mean? It's the same reason why I don't understand why people hate on like Iron Man 3 sometimes, because he's not in the suit as often. Like, sometimes maybe it doesn't have to be about the main character doing their iconic stuff. Maybe they're trying to do something different. You know what I mean? But I will admit, the episode 5 and 6 actually kind of drags, because like Wade's whole thing is like him bowling and going against like his dad, and I'm like, Knuckles isn't even like there for like the tournament or anything. He's just like watching, and I'm like, if he like did the bowling with him, then it would be better. But it's he's not even like there. He's watching him on TV, so it's like, bro, what are you doing? And then you have the whole like Bayer Kid Cudi side plot going on, and that's like kind of like an afterthought, I'm not gonna lie. And it's so weird because I like Kid Cudi in the show. He's funny. And the Bayer, he's just like, he's there for like 2 seconds just to get his ass kicked. So like, I don't know, I feel like they kind of wasted it there. In general, this show, I'm gonna be honest, it reminds me of Thor: Love and Thunder, and I don't want to think about that movie, but it honestly does, because it reminds me of a character. Like, Knuckles reminds me of Thor in that movie, to where he's just kind of like aimless, lost in life, and they just kind of go to Goofy Town to where they just don't give a shit. They kind of like wasted it. It's just it's wasted potential, honestly. Like, it's not a bad show, but honestly, I feel like they could have done more, especially for Knuckles, because like, besides Eggman and Shadow, he's like my 3rd favorite Sonic character. And honestly, it's whatever. This show is like a 5 out of 10, honestly. It's okay. I mean, like, it's whatever, honestly. I'm just excited for Sonic 3 because we're gonna have Keanu as Shadow, and I mean, like, come on. You know that's gonna be peak fiction. Besides that, I feel like the hate is just too much. I mean, like, guys, it's Knuckles on Paramount Plus. What do you expect? But, you know, besides that, it's whatever. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and you guys gotta chill out.
Bottles of history! Maria Robotic! Go!